So I'm being led to make a video right now because even though I am currently a multi-six-figure business owner, I was having a full body reaction tonight where my nervous system was remembering all of the things that were not so fun and all of the traumas and hardships that I've journeyed through to get to this point. And so with one of my videos going massively viral again on TikTok, and one of the comments there being how necessary content like that is right now because people need hope. This is me giving you hope by giving you a little glimpse into what I've navigated, because if I'm able to climb out of it, you absolutely are too. I had my first baby at 18. I was pregnant at 17 as a senior in high school. And because that child was not only out of wedlock, and I came from an extremely conservative Christian family, but also my child is half African American, it was very taboo and there was a lot of abuse and trauma around that pregnancy and birth. When I tell you I've lived in the depths of poverty where I have been severely underweight, I haven't had enough to eat in the past, and I have hypoglycemia on top of that. I've had to be on food stamps before. I've lived in apartments that were roach infested. I've lived in apartments where there was not consistent hot water and there was not consistent electricity. Absolutely no air conditioning. I can't even tell you how many terrible, terrible cars that we've had with transportation issues and breakdowns, and the immense stress that comes with lack of reliable transportation, especially because we lived in LA at the time. Complete lack of support from community, complete lack of support from family, being completely on our own. 10 years of being an entrepreneur before I discovered wealth energetics and learned how to work with the universe and clear out my energetic money blocks. 10 years of hustling as an entrepreneur and barely making anywhere from $2 to $3 grand a month, if not less than that. I've scrubbed toilets for a living. I've bussed tables for a living. I've done door-to-door sales for a living. There were times where I would literally be on my phone for 10 to 14 hours a day, to the point where my elbows would lock up because I was trying to sell a $5 sample pack so I could eat some food that day. I've collected coins from like around the house and rushed to a Coinstar at the end of the day to try to buy some 99-cent tacos from Jack in the Box. I've slept on the floor for months after our air mattress popped. I've had to bike to work instead of driving to work. Within the first 3 years of my eldest daughter's life, she had over 25 different caregivers because I could not find reliable childcare. I've had panic attacks where I've blacked out. I almost died giving birth to my third child and literally had stroke symptoms for 6 months after giving birth to him. I've literally had to sleep on friends' couches before. I've been homeless. I was even homeless on my 17th birthday. I got kicked out for being pregnant with my first child, so I've literally been on my own with my husband since we were 18 years old. We've been together for 15 years now, and it's literally genuinely just been him and I against the world for 15 years. I did 7 years of direct sales, working my way up to the top of multiple different companies, just grinding my ass off to learn the skills that I have now to work my own business. We've gotten kicked out of our apartment when we had downstairs neighbors that didn't prefer the fact that we were an interracial family. Literally 10 days after giving birth to my 5th child. And then I was laid off from my corporate job 1 month after coming back from my maternity leave with my 5th baby. I've lived in houses with mold. I've lived in houses infested with ants. I've had to work Instacart before just to pay rent. I even had someone steal my identity once and completely crash my credit score into the ground after stealing our car. So when I tell you I have literally been through the depths of hell, and I know that it was all for a purpose. I know that it was all for a reason, because now what I do as a light worker is I heal people. And I remember a few years ago, it was probably about 6 years ago at this point, I was driving on the freeway and I so audibly and clearly heard God, Source, I Am, Energy come into me in my ear and say, I'm preparing you to be able to relate to all peoples of the earth. Even just the amount of racism that my family and I have dealt with, being an interracial couple, being a mixed race family, not even just under this current administration, for literally 15 years, abhorrent, but I've literally heard and seen it all, including being harassed by racist cops, including fearing for my life, for my children's lives, for my husband's life. Like, when I tell you, Source has taken me on such a journey, every single judgment I could have possibly had towards another individual, I was led through a situation where I had to walk through the depths of hell so that I could walk a mile in their shoes, so that there was no judgment left. Even having to be in an abortion clinic, having health scares and almost dying of COVID twice, having to set extremely painful boundaries with family members and people that aren't respecting my lifestyle, doing deep shadow work to the point where I'm like on the ground sobbing my eyes out, throwing up because I am so unbelievably uncomfortable with the purging process. Like, when I tell you being a healer is not an easy journey, it's not an easy journey, but I know that it was all for a reason, and I know that I'm perfectly positioned to help my clients, and it's been proven to me again and again. I mean, even just within the first year of opening the doors of my manifestation coaching and healing business, I've had over 11,000 clients, and so many of my clients get insane results super quickly. And I know it's because I embody this shit. Like, I embody the frequency that I'm channeling for my clients. This is not just some woo-woo fun hobby. My spiritual gifts came online at a very young age, and even that was scrutinized. Even that was not supported. Even that was something that I was blackballed out of my family for. To this day, they still are highly uncomfortable with the fact that I can see into the spirit world and do the things that I do for my clients. So this journey is absolutely not easy, but if I can get out of all of that shit and realize that I am the co-creator of my reality, if I can learn how to work with the divine forces, work with universal law, if I can learn how to become a master manifester to the point where I've had $60,000 months, you can absolutely get out of whatever shithole that you're in, 100%. Because when I tell you I have lived probably at least a portion of the experience that you've had, including people close to me trying to commit suicide, including losing dear friends, including deep betrayals, like literally almost every single thing that you can think of. Sexual assault, been there, done that. Bullying in school, been there, done that. Like, I'm telling you, every single thing that you can think of, I've probably been through a portion of it. But it's just a testament to the fact that your life gets to turn around, your life gets to be different. It doesn't stay terrible forever, especially when you realize how much power you have as a co-creator. 1044 on my clock as an angel number confirmation. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but I really want you to understand the importance of what I'm saying to you. It's not over. You absolutely have the ability and the right to heal yourself, and I came into your life for a reason. You're not just following me to get some free manifestation content. Like, I was put here to help change your life. I was put here to help pull you out of whatever deep dark hole that you're in right now. And it's just a bonus that you get to manifest abundance and have a really beautiful life unlocked for you. If that is something that you're interested in, I would love to invite you to check the caption on how to work with me. I have my really beautiful Reiki for Riches offering, in which you're going to get 5 hours of abundance healing sessions. You're going to get to be in community with me. I do monthly oracle card readings for my clients as well. I would love to be there to hold your hand and lead you through these really beautiful abundance energy healing sessions that I have prepared for you. But regardless, if you've made it this far in the video and anything that I've said has resonated with you and you needed to hear it, please leave me a comment. You can even just drop your favorite emoji if you don't want to get too deep, just so I know that you hear me, that you're here with me, and that I'm here with you. And of course, if this is your first time coming across me, feel free to follow me so that we can stay connected as well.